Hey, there's another one. Technology is great. Computers are great when they work, but they're not so great when they don't work. When they spurt out on you, oh yeah, computer, everything. Technology is great when it works, but then when it doesn't work, it's like, okay, now we got setbacks. And we can't let it bother us because it's not that we look bad. It's just all the equipment gave out on us. We gotta. Yeah, it's just, want to watch a movie, it gives out. You want to listen to music, something's wrong, the weather or whatever, the game or something. Usually it's just because you can't play it good enough. But yeah, it's just, just the team's sick or somebody's some kind of virus or, yeah, just, it always seems like we're always trying to overcome something. The technology that we bestowed upon us, people don't want to believe that they're spoiled. No, they just want to think that everything has been put on their plate, a silver platter. We're here to have a good time, and if we can't have a good time, it's like, where's my fun? Where's my little rattle, my rubber ducky? I want it. Give it to me. I'm feeling so depressed now because I didn't get to have everything the way I wanted. And that's the way it's been throughout history. It's just God didn't have what He wanted in the Garden of Eden, even though He's supposed to know everything. And then when it comes to the flood, He's supposed to know everything. And then we got the commandments. You don't give me what I want, so you gotta have to suffer, even though I'm supposed to be all loving and all knowing, which is all man-made anyway. Because it's Jesus, He didn't give me what I got to sacrifice, and it's everything, freedom and wars and everything, all throughout history. People not getting what they want. The technology given out. The technology we discover, it's not invented because we discovered it. It's always been there. When you invent something that hadn't been there, you just made it. It just made it up. It's just imagination. Just anything that comes to this world is imagination. The link to higher mind, right? What is the imagination? You know, it's just imagination, as I heard Bashar say, the YouTuber, we're a nation of magicians. Oh, yeah, this is deep. It's deep stuff, man. But yeah, at the same time, it's like, oh, that can't be right because it's just your imagination and it's not real. The only thing that's real is having to obey everybody's control and deception and going to work every day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I was trying to upload my video a minute ago and it was just, I can't get the screen to work, the cell phone is too slow or whatever, so it's like, okay, well, I think I'll make a movie or a little video about how freaking technology can piss us off, right? Yeah, that's a good idea. What a wonderful idea for a video. That'll be my next video. We depend on technology and computers and everything in today's fast-paced world. It wasn't always that way. People had to go down the road and get a pail of water or whatever. They fucking got everybody killing each other, animals eating each other and whatever. You, you go to the zoo and oh look, they're all caged up. There's no freedom, just like my last video. But at least they're on display for everybody. Half the time you go to the zoo and the animals aren't even there. Don't you just love it when you go to the zoo and everything and like you go to see the animals and they're like, oh, they're not out in the thing right now. Well, why did I pay all this money to come here? I went to the science museum. It goes right there next to they call it the Omniplex right there next to the zoo in my Oklahoma City. It's like, oh, you go to the planetarium. They have this thing you look up like how the stars look when you get way out there in the country, right? Like, oh my God, so that's how it really looks because of light pollution. Everything is just malfunctioning on itself in this world. It's all an illusion because we're so much more than this. But at the same time, you have to realize that, oh, it's just for control. And if we don't, we got to rely on this stuff. We've got to keep pushing further and further into the future. Time keeps slipping into the future, even though everything is supposed to be here and now. But no, if we don't keep pushing into the future, eventually the black hole is going to suck us up and spit us out again and say, why didn't you listen to me in the first place? Everything has already been given to us, and we're striving for things that we don't realize that we already have. And that's what we call evil, the opposite of live. Everything's out there. You can't come in here and realize that you already have it. Oh God, this is fucking... I can't believe the stuff I come up with sometimes. It's just me and my crazy brain. It's can't, you know, so what is this? I'm already over 100 videos now. Still want to go live in the future. I don't want to do it on my computer, on the cell phone, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to walk in the park. God, how many videos I've already made today? Like 5, whatever. It's crazy. Anyway, that's what this video is about. It's like malfunction. I'm going to call this video malfunction because that's what it is. It's a malfunction. We're living in a malfunction created by the technology. It's like it's supposed to help. It's actually closing everything up more than ever. We're more secluded and more alone now than we ever have been in any time in history, human history. I've heard that many times. Like, okay, technology is making us better. Well, it's actually making everything worse because now we're in a place where just everything is like, oh God, we got to rely on this stuff, and if it doesn't work, then oh yeah, it's just, oh God, you can't let it make us look bad. We got to keep on striving for something. In the old days, people would be striving. Slavery never left the world. There's always been this kind of malfunction because we're in hell. Oh God. Don't fall for the deception that has been put around us, but at the same time, how can you not fall for it? Because we're all having to be secluded into an environment where everything is solely based off of the notion of what we see in front of us with our senses or whatever. And it's all technology based. We got to make sure that, we're doing this, we got to keep on track with this, we got to keep on. I'm tired of being on track with rat race crap. I just kind of want it to malfunction and blow up and get sucked away so we won't have to suffer anymore. But at the same time, it's like, okay, well, if that happens, then we're all gonna, quote unquote, die anyway, so why worry about it? Okay, this is ridiculous. It seems like the more you think about this stuff, the more it just, how can you help but think about it? It's gotten to the point where you can't help but think about it, and it's just the more it blows up in your face. Why are we striving for something that is just causing more problems? Why are we moving forward into something that's really moving us backwards? It doesn't make sense, man, but we gotta keep moving, we gotta keep going, because otherwise we're not making any progress. And the progress is just the fact that we're just shutting ourselves up. We're shutting ourselves into the cold abyss of nothingness and just, flushing ourselves down the fucking drain. And we're not moving, we're not going anywhere. It's all it's made for us to suffer. It's made for us to succumb. It's so-called reality that has been bestowed upon us by the so-called elites that just sit there laughing at us with their little, their little beer cans and their little cigars or whatever, as watching us all go down the drain like little, putting it, the rats going through the freaking rat race, and they call it the electric shock. Fucking, you go the other way. You go the way I tell you to go. Otherwise, you're a menace to society. This is the world we live in, people. We're depending on things that have been invented by man in order to control man. As animals, we're just animals, just like meaningless because we're all organisms, and we're all going to, quote unquote, die. And you procreating is not causing, it's not helping the cycle. It's just, procreating is just causing it to where more people are going to have to suffer. So why don't we just break the whole damn thing? The technology is not helping anybody. It's just, it's creating the illusion of help. And then it's like, oh no, if it doesn't work, oh God, then we're just falling behind. And even if it does work, we're still tired. I've gotten to the point where I don't even care about technology anymore. I just want to, it's like I try to be comfortable. I can't be comfortable because I can't think of, I'm supposed to be succumbing to things. And when I succumb to things, it's like you got to be going through hell in order to have any kind of happiness. And even when you're not going through hell, it's like, oh my God, look at all these other people going through hell. Why aren't you going through hell? Even though you got this technology to make things seem easier when it's really making things more difficult. And then when it gives out, it's like, oh my God, what the hell? It's like, oh, now we're falling behind. And even though we invented this to help us, it's actually falling behind and everything. Whatever, it's just black hole and whatever. Peace out. See you guys next time. I don't know when I'm going to be making my next videos.
We're all getting sucked away into oblivion, people. It's time we realize that we gotta get out of here.